fulfilled life demands more than material solutions. It is about developing human consciousness, addressing issues at their core. This approach recognizes that ignorant living is the root cause. Only through a focus on consciousness can we create sustainable solutions, steering away from mere existence to truly unlocking human potential. Mr. Siva Kantheti is an educator and founder of the Kiirti Trust. Kiirti Trust is a nonprofit that has initiated three projects: the Wellbeing Movement, Transform Self and Transform Relationships, that program, and the Center for Holistic Development of Human Consciousness, CHDHC. And to understand more about what this nonprofit does, I'm happy to have him on Chezuba Talks today. Uh, we are proud to have been associated with you, Mr. Kantheti, for having provided volunteers through our platform. Welcome to Chezuba Talks.
Thank you, Tej. Indeed, it's my pleasure to be here.
Mr. Kantheti, tell us what does Kirti Trust focus on? What is the vision, and how does it align with promoting universal human values?
Yes. So when we started this work, we asked our question, like, where in our own lives, if at all we struggled, why we struggle? I used to do my job in Indian Air Force, a very respectful job. I used to think as a child when I'm growing, when I'm studying, if you have the enough money, all problems will be solved. Now I got central government job. Then now I got the money. At that time, the sixth pay commission has come. Then enough money. So, but there is qualitatively there is no shift in my life. Yes, I have new vehicle. I bought my house and a good bank balance.
Mm-hmm.
But am I becoming a better person? Am I happy? For these questions, I don't have much answers to it. That's where my search started. In that search, I realized that our education is very much succeeded in providing education for survival, to
Very
survive,
interesting.
to
Yes,
earn the
yes,
money, to make sure you are materially you are living in comfortable way. But we are
right.
not paid attention to the happy life, thriving life, how you live with yourself, with other people, in the society, in nature, how you live harmoniously, which is essential to our life, but highly neglected in our curriculums, in our approaches, even in the parenting. Always the parents say that, अभी पढ़ो नहीं है तो नौकरी नहीं मिलेगा. Naukri becomes the aim of the life. Now you got the
Yes,
naukri, but uske baad what you do? So
yeah.
that's where this particular question started. What we can do that changes this paradigm, that education means survival and happiness, thus thriving both. We want to live, but as a human being I want to live happily. That's the major
Correct.
thing. And not only live happily for momentary thing, I want to ensure its continuity. I want to be happy. Every new year we greet na, I wish you happy new and prosperous new year. What does
Yes.
it mean? This particular question, someone asked me, what do you mean by that? Why every year we greet it? I think that question led us to start these different initiatives. So in
Mm-hmm.
the Kirti Trust, we do three kind of works. One is a systematic work, one is movement, which is community-based work, one is designing and taking this program to many people. So the CHDSC is an initiative to take this universal human values to academic system, the higher education, school education, at the same time to the society. In the well-being movement, where people who are working in well-being, the
Mm-hmm.
psychologists, counselors, the
Therapist.
explorers, and who are seeking, so few people wants to know a little more, like they need some psychological help, how to bring these two sets of the people in certain platforms where this
Mm-hmm.
knowledge being shared, debated,
Sure.
and discussed. That's the platform with the well-being movement. The
Okay.
TSTR is a program. It is a online workshops where a group of like-minded people came together and started sharing what we thought is important in our life. So that's the TSTR. So three different programs cater to different kind of audience, three different kind of mission altogether.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. So the pursuit of happiness is something that every single individual on this earth is, pursuing. How do you identify that this individual needs help in this area, or does the individual come and figure it out for himself or herself?
When in the open forum we say that this the program is happening, there is a 7 day workshop, 2 day residential workshop, 10 day online workshop, there are different forms. So people who are exploring, then who reads the description of the workshop, they generally comes. Mostly these work the people come with the word of mouth. So the people who attended previously, they feel that,
They
you know,
share.
my people should go attend this, it's really helpful for me. That's the one form. The another form of the work is through education system. So post COVID, now the AICTE, UGC, they are very much concerned about the graduates who are coming out
Mm.
of their colleges. So now
Mm.
AICTE, UGC mandated every student study humanities. 20% of their curriculum should be humanities. So in
Mm.
that now this particular universal human values become a mandatory subject for all the
Right.
graduates in the country. So this 10 years back, we started as a experiment. After 10
Mm.
years, now it's become a mandatory policy. It's a policy. Now everyone should study it. So that's the another program.
Right. What happens in a typical workshop? Is there some kind of a cleansing or a purging of emotions? Or is it about, I've heard about this 10-day course where they do not talk at all. It is, you don't talk to yourself, you don't talk to anybody, you don't have eye contact with anybody.
Ha,
Is
ha,
the program something like that?
ha. No, not at all. It's a this program. What we believe in is that dialogue, the samvad. In Hindi, we say संपूर्ण को समझने के लिए वाद करना. That to understand its essence, completeness in every aspect of life, you need this
Uh-huh.
dialogue. This dialogue
Okay.
starts between facilitator and participant, but soon this dialogue starts within you and yourself. For
Okay.
the purpose of this workshop is to initiate this dialogue because essentially we believe every human being know what is the right thing to do, but we are not
Right. There's
aware of.
that small inner voice. Yeah, the small voice that keeps telling you to do the right thing.
Yes, yes. That's what we call Sahaja Svikruti. That naturally there is something acceptable to you.
Mm-hmm.
You, for example, when you keep alarm and like for example, everyone New Year coming is together. Everyone wants to do exercise. Like
Right.
before, when you put your alarm, you are thinking good about yourself. Kal subah
Correct.
mein utna hai and I will do my exercise. But
Yes.
tomorrow morning, something else happens, and you close that, you shut that alarm up, and then you do what you want to do.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this gap between what ought to be, what I needs to be, and what I am
Uh-huh.
doing,
Uh-huh.
this gap, if an individual sees it, then naturally people wants to ask what I need to do differently. The idea is not to give it, this workshop is a self exploration process.
Mm-hmm.
this, in this there won't be do's and don'ts. no one
Mm.
no one likes, so someone says that you do this, don't do this.
Mm.
This workshop helps you to become aware about your own self, your own thoughts and feelings, your behaviors, and become investigate that why I'm doing what I'm doing, and evaluate that value. What you think is valuable, you do that. Your evaluation happens around it. So this
Mm.
workshop, when you the proposal is a value. When you evaluate yourself keeping that value, then you decide what to do, what not to do. So it's very
Mm-hmm.
much the process of self exploration we call.
Typically, how long does this last? 5 days, 10 days?
Yes. So we used to do 8 day residential workshops. That's how we started with. Slowly, it started shrinking. We started doing different experimentations and do it more simple. Now it happens online workshop for 8 days per day, 1.5 hour in
Okay.
person to the facilitator and student, and half an
Okay.
hour of homework. Like that, we did the experiment. It's been now, it's nice to
Right.
initiate the process. The in-depth workshops happens 3 day residential, 5 day residential. It happens different forms.
And the
So
residential ones are chargeable, and the in
no,
person. Virtually,
In philosophy we says that knowledge is never been chargeable. This knowledge always is free of cost, because no one charged, our teachers are not charged for us to share it. But whatever the logistics for your food and whatever that it charges, that generally
right,
do that.
yes.
But no one is being denied and will be denied big on the ground of financial thing. So always this, if you really serious about it, now the organization takes care of your expenses.
So suppose there are, 20 people who are interested in this online course right now. Do you have 20 facilitators to help them out, or do you have a number, let's talk about your facilitators. Who are these
So,
people? How do you select them, and what is their training?
so these facilitators, we not thought about how to train them. These all facilitators in a serendipity, they all come together. So we all are started this journey together in 2010, 2011, Triple IT Hyderabad, where these workshops used to happen. So like there are right now there are half dozen of facilitators, like people from different spaces. So me coming from academic space, Professor Hari, another person, is coming from NIT Warangal professor, Professor uh, Swami, he is a electrical engineering professor. He works in one of the engineering college in Hyderabad. One couple of software engineers, Giri and Suman. They both are architects, software architects. One is from Michigan. One is from Hyderabad. So
Mhm.
one is from say, social worker, like that. And one wife of Hari. She's a chartered accountant. So she does. So we all started as a co-explorers. We few years we never taught this. We worked on ourselves.
Mhm.
When we collectively reached a place, at least most of the time when we are able to live in harmonious way, our relationships are very much fulfilling. That helped us as a testimonial, as a praman, as a proof that okay, now we are eligible to share this to others. That's how we half dozen people are sharing this knowledge. And whoever is interested in this, we are just saying that do this journey, examine yourself, work on yourself. The moment you get satisfactory results in your life, naturally you share, because anything you enjoying, you cannot keep it with yourself. So the long saying goes, if at all it's the truth, the criteria that you touch with the truth, three things happens. The first thing, you are happy when you touch with truth. Second, you want to share it with others. Third, you want to expose to it again and again. So this is what the ancient saying. So we thought that if at all you start and living this life, you cannot keep it with you. You will share it. So we are believe in very organic way of facilitators development. In this journey, if someone compels, no, no, this is something I want to share it. We are encouraging them, anyone to share it. There's no screening, nothing. Because when people ask questions, if you don't have answers, you yourself decide, okay, let abhi band karna hai. But idea is that if someone is giving the dedicated time and effort, if that pure coming from, there's no monetary gain for it. You are
Correct. Yes.
coming because it has helped me and let me share it with others. I think naturally that I think the structure takes care of its own filtering process.
Yes. Yes.
Let's take a break to understand what Chezuba is. Everyone at some point ponders on how this beautiful life can be made more meaningful. Maybe you're a leader trying to enhance your employees' experience at your organization. Or you already work for the community and seek volunteers with state of the art skills to strengthen your nonprofit. Whatever your situation, know that you can make a difference. Chezuba began with this very vision, a vision to facilitate every skill and every passion in the world in meeting a social need. Corporate volunteering has several benefits for both businesses and organizations. In parallel, experienced and enthusiastic volunteers join NGO workers, enabling them to serve the community more effectively. Chezuba offers everyone looking to add purpose and meaning to their lives a chance to connect or volunteer virtually with nonprofit organizations from over 100 countries around the world. Visit www.chezuba.net and explore opportunities to find meaning. Chezuba, your platform to do good. And now, back with our guest.
Okay. So, how do you divide your time between the three verticals? You have the self awareness program, then you have the CBT,
CHDSC
and
and that.
yes. So, how do you
So,
divide yourself, between the transform
so,
self and or all those
so
programs?
right now, I give in COVID time we are given a lot of attention to TSTR to develop it because there's a lot of traction for online things.
Yes.
But you know that now after COVID, now the traction has come down. It's not like because this used to happen early morning 6 to 7:30. So
Hmm.
during COVID time, we had to stop the participants. Arey bhaiya, like you cannot take more than 30 people, please. Next workshop.
Hmm.
Now after COVID, now people start going back to offices and that.
Yes.
Now there's a less traction to the online workshops. So now we are focusing more on CHDSC initiative and the few other volunteers is taking care of well-being movement.
Hmm.
So the in CHDSC we are doing two kinds of work. One is research, that how to simplify, make it accessible this content to less jargons, less conceptuality, more
Hmm.
experientially how one can realize it. The one work we are doing, that's where I am spending most of my time. The second work is that how to build some knowledge resources. Like right now, the entire knowledge is in Hindi. We are making it to English and other local languages. Readings, reflection templates, um, and short PPTs, all these things we are making so that
Hmm.
especially our aim is teachers need to understand this. If a teacher
Correct.
understands it, it goes to a generation.
Absolutely.
So for a teacher to prepare if a teacher is in the college, teacher in the school, ये extra topic जैसा नहीं है. If the teacher understands, he embodies this, whatever he teaches, it goes in that way.
Correct.
So that's that right now, that's our major focus, that
Okay.
how this knowledge, body of knowledge, can be systematically, we can make it accessible to anyone who is interested.
So, is there any you remember as being very, very memorable because this person underwent this transformation and realized, self realization is one thing. When you, like you say, you find the truth and you're happy that you found the truth. So, is there any memorable incident that comes to mind?
Yes, there are many, like in this journey there are many, but I'll share few things like which really, that's what inspires me to give
Go
some my
ahead.
time and
Yes.
effort this work. So we are doing this work in NIT Warangal.
Uh-huh.
One of the professor, so she's a senior professor, and she came to me under the workshop. Sir, I am like, I have everything in my life, but I don't know, I'm not that happy. But now I'm able to recognize why I'm feeling like this. And the same person, after 6 months, she came back and tell, Shiva sir, this been in my last, like she has 24 years of experience as a professor and in a
Hmm.
national prestigious college, and financially they have everything to do. And his life partner also is very prestigious job he's doing, and they have very good name in the city. And she's come and told that, sir, I found my happiness. In
Hmm.
this last 6 months, I can count the occasions I shouted on my children or I on my at home. I'm started living my life. And after 6 months back later, she said that, sir, the way my students are coming and telling. In my last 24-hour teaching career, I never experienced this much love from my students.
Wow.
The way they regard me, I am really proud of my what I am doing. This 1 year's
Really?
transformation in that one professor
Hmm.
uh, is like for us, it's like it's just very assuring of our own work.
Absolutely, yes. You get the confidence that yes, what you're doing is right,
Yes,
and
yes, yes. So
very true.
I'll give one more other extreme example. There is a
Yes.
one person who like went to like is planning to do suicide. So now
Wow.
he lost entire the business, and there's a divorce in the family and happened. Now he attended this workshop, and after that he attended our weekly refresher. Every week we do weekly refresher. After a series of workshops, he came and he saying that, uh, sir, thank you very much. What I couldn't learn from my mother and father, I could learn from here.
Oh,
uh,
that's very
this journey taught me what is valuable in life, what is not. I always worried that I lost my money, but I never worried I am also losing my family. Now I realized if my family is with me, I can go back and earn, because this is a per day amount I earned it.
good.
Now that guys, the round transformation. Now there he is very good and he's doing very good. Now he's also good donor to this initiative. His life is another aha moment for us as a collectively, that uh, we don't know all these stories. People come share
Yes,
after some journey. So when
yes,
people
yes.
come and do this workshop, generally we don't know. People ask questions, and
Mm,
but the
mm,
many initiatives, I can say the best thing in this journey is the relationships and transformation of families, the when wife and
mm,
husbands, wife and the parents and kids, and
mm.
in-laws and the daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, son-in-law.
Correct, correct.
When these
Yes.
things are transforming, when they are coming and saying it, it's not for one time thing. It's like after that they're doing a different life. I think these things are driving us and that assuring us.
Right.
And this
You are on
workshop
the
is not
right path.
that. Yes, so that's
Yeah. So, on a parting note, tell us, Mr. Kantheti, what would you say after so many years of experience of counseling? It's like counseling, right? And going through this
this
program.
is an educational experience. Counseling
Right.
comes when you are not well. This work is how to make sure you don't need counseling.
Yes. Right. So, in your years of experience with this transformative program, what do you think is lacking in society today? It's a deep question because you are doing deep work. And what is the thing that every human being should aspire to be or to do to be happy?
So, thanks for this question. Like, this is what our search is been. So, so this when you ask every human being need to aspire, it's not that they need to. There is a need to be happy, and be happy. It's not to get happiness. That
Correct.
we want to be happy means अभी भी happy होना है, कल भी परसों भी, and the
Correct.
tomorrow and day after tomorrow
A
as well.
sustained, yes, a
That
sustained
is that
happiness.
that at the same time, I also need to make sure my people are happy. Whoever you think, my people, my related, this naturally every human being has this need, this basic aspiration, desire. Now the question is, are we developing this ability in the name of education, or people are equipping the necessary knowledge, skills in this direction? Yes, we are developing, we cracked the formula of living well, living comfortably through earning job, money. This we cracked it. We developed many institutions, many experiments. But somehow, if you ask this question, the people who are coming out of the education, can we say that they are the happiest people? Can we say
No,
that they
I
have
would
the
say they're
most?
more stressed out.
So then, something we are not fundamentally, कुछ तो ignore किया, like we have ignored something which is fundamental in the education process. Uh, what I realized is that we as collectively, that skills are important, but the understanding about self, understanding about relationships, understanding about my role in the society, and understanding about as a unit what is my participation to the larger nature. These
Hmm.
four questions are as essential as you learn mathematics, science, or anything.
Hmm.
But when you say human values, you ask this question, like the values, this becomes certain morals or these these things come in all mixed up, all
Hmm.
this in our terminology. Value is something, it has to do in the larger order. For example, what is the value of these headphones? is to speak, to amplify my voice. If there is no communication system, what is the value of this? So we cannot explain. There's no. Now the value of this object is coming from the larger system, that where it is
There's a
participating.
context to it. Yes.
There's a context. Like that, what is a human value? A human is in some context. He's living with himself, he's living with the other human being, the family, and in our organizations, in the society, and that. This is what human value. What is my role in where I'm living? What is my participation? Because of me, that entity is becoming better or worse due to my own thinking and my own feeling. Am I feeling better, or I'm stressed out, I'm anxiety and that? Because of my living, my relatives, whoever I'm related, are they fulfilling? Are they feeling that do rahiye up? Because of you, all the problems are coming. Because of me, am I participating in the society, the order in the society? Am I coexisting with nature, or I'm destroying it? Asking this fundamental question and exploring is what is lacking in the society right now. In an experiential manner. It's not a theoretical way. It's not someone says that do it, don't do it. No one, it's not worked in till now. So our exploration is been how individuals systematically explore these questions and find out answers in themselves. So that's been
Also
our work.
being mindful of your own existence, I think also helps, right?
Being mindful and also clarity about what to be mindful.
That's very deep.
Pay
Yeah.
attention what you valuable, na. If you walk on the road, if there is a 2000 rupees note, or a 500 rupees note, or there is a normal papers, where your eyes goes, naturally it's the money. Why? Because you think it
It
is
was
valuable.
value. Yes.
So whatever you think it's valuable, your attention naturally goes there. Right now, that's
Okay.
what need to be set up. So that's our work.
Wow. And it's rather deep work, I would say. And I don't know how, in terms of challenges, what are the challenges that you face as an organization?
So the major challenge is then perceived need of this work. Like whenever we share this, our workshop is on, many people say, is it spiritual program, is it Jeevana, what do you mean by Jeevana Vidya, what do you mean by universal human values, do you think we don't have the values? So this natural perceived need of it, this being the major need. So mostly this comes from who strongly suggests, the word of mouth. So still, there's a Kabir's long saying: if you want to sell the liquor, just open the shop, you will run the show. But if you want to sell the milk, you need to go to door. So doing good thing is is always is challenging. Okay, so, so that's the struggle. One thing we are seeing it. The second thing is that the our time as a people, it's
Yes,
not our full time work.
correct.
So most of the time we get so much of colleges request, sir, please come and do this workshop or thing. So it's our bandwidth also is another challenge. So hence our responsibility to prepare more facilitators is comes with that. The third thing is that how our own ability to use technology and other mediums to make it more people, because we ourselves is not really good at that, how to put it in a way that appealing to a modern mind. So most of our participants are between average the 35 to 40 years to 60 years. These are our participants. So, but we all say as a group, this is not the age group we need. We need the 20 to
You're
40.
younger.
So that thing, okay. I mean, yes, these people are is important, but this sect
Correct.
is that is more important, and
Correct.
before 20. So that's where we think is another challenge comes to it. And also the perceived na, whatever you pay money, that's what you value. Like even like till last year we've been working on this last 5 years, till last 1 year we never kept any registration fee, anything. But whatever you come to free, that shraddha is required na? Anything is something
Yes.
deep, you need to you need to give your full attention. So
Yes.
it cannot be done by part, like you do headphones in that, you walk and you do some multitasking and
You're
something
right.
goes.
Right.
So that, while offering online, how you create that necessary conditions for this work, that's another challenge. That's why now we started offering more face to face than online, but we are ensuring both balanced.
And then obviously with this, I'm sure there are many people who will be sharing their secrets with you or deep fears with you. Then keeping this in a safe place or
Yes.
ensuring that secrecy is maintained also is a big challenge, isn't it?
We maintain the confidentiality. For example, the recordings of this any workshop, it will be available in the public forum. Anything people ask their confidential personal matters, we cut that much. We ensure that that confidential discussion won't go in the public domain. That's the one thing. The second thing, we always like say, if any, like, we couldn't do the individual support till now, but whenever we have done any individual support, we say that it's a confidential, highly confidential. So we never refer any name or anything. It's that.
Well, Mr. Kantheti, thank you so much for talking to us. It was very deep, very spiritual, of course, and I think more of examining oneself, reflecting, and finding out about how to find happiness within yourself, right? So, true well being and finding a potential, that is not something that comes naturally. And from what your nonprofit is doing, you are trying to inculcate these ideas of finding oneself or being, addressing the root cause to
Yes.
find lasting solutions
Yes.
is really commendable. And I wish you luck and thank you very much for sharing your experiences and your wisdom.
Yes. Thank you. I should say this. In this journey, Chezuba is been backbone for us, because always Chezuba's volunteers. So our website is developed by Chezuba volunteer, and the when we are translating this curriculum to the kids, so that's been developed by right now. Translation is happening by Chezuba volunteer. Our PPTs are modified this by Chezuba volunteer. Our social media handle is maintained by Chezuba volunteer. So you can say that how Chezuba is very much
Contributed.
integral to our work, what we are doing. So we really, bottom of our heart, we are grateful to Chezuba and entire initiative. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr.